Yes, people, welcome back to Mission Podcast, and it's another edition of Kayfabe and Out, your weekly WWE show on this channel. And we've got a very special episode for you today with the Elimination Chamber PLE around the corner. We thought, why not do a little tier ranking video? So we're here, we're gonna tier rank every single Elimination Chamber match. It might be a long one, so strap yourselves in, joined by your regulars, DK and Lennie. How we doing, boys?
Good, good.
Mood.
But yeah, I mean, Hazza might join us later as well. But let's not waste any more time. Then let's get straight into it. The very first match we have is the inaugural Elimination Chamber Survivor Series 2002. The promo, the video package still lives in my head rent free with the Always by Saliva. This is wrestling heritage right here. It's funny because this was the first ever chamber match, but it's still my favorite. I don't know if you guys agree.
It's definitely one of my favorites still. Like, this is probably the most rewatched chamber for me. Like, he has such great value. And because it was the first chamber, it had like a sense of unknown. Like, you didn't know what you were going to get with the chamber. And they nailed it the first time. You can't say the same about Mania. You can't say the same about a Rumble, even SummerSlam. But when it comes to chamber, they nailed the chamber on the first go. And listen, this match had so many great things. You had OVD being the MVP of the match. You had the Kane dominance, then the final two with Triple H and Shawn Michaels winning the belt. Just a great chamber with great wrestling and a great story told. So this is an easy S tier for me. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah. I would agree.
Yeah, I mean the match itself was so goddamn good. I mean, didn't Triple H? I forgot what injury Triple because RVD jumped on him and like he kind of botched his frog
Yeah,
splash, and then Triple H was like injured the whole match and he barely got through. Just such a great match, man. Shawn Michaels winning it was such a triumphant moment as well. After 4 years out, he comes back and he wins the world title. It was at Madison Square Garden as well. That I think that really added to it as well, the vibe and the atmosphere. Just
That's one with
yeah,
Booker T, right?
easy. Yeah,
yeah.
Booker T,
Yeah,
Kane,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Jericho.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
just
I
greatness.
thought so.
But
I'm
yeah,
getting on, man. I'm getting on.
the next one, uh,
Is this O3?
or three. Yeah, this is the
O3, yeah.
one where Goldberg became a victim to Triple H's reign of terror.
Do you know what's funny, Daddy? This match was actually like it
It
was
was, yeah.
perfect. It was perfect up until the final two, and then he just decided to bury Goldberg.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, this whole match was made for one person, right? Goldberg. Like, you built him up as such an incredible monster that no one could be, and they actually had Triple H beat him. Like, you got to the last two, and you were like, surely Goldberg wins here, right? Like, they built you up. The crowd was hot for this. The crowd loved Goldberg. They wanted to see him win, and then Triple H, he pulls out that sledgehammer, and of course he had to win.
Triple H in this time, that reign of terror was, oh my god, it's disgusting. Some of the people that he buried, yeah, it's actually mad to look back at. Don't get me wrong, the whole heel Triple H evolution storyline was great. So I'm a bit 50-50 on the reign of terror. On one hand, I can see the benefit of it. It makes Triple H this mega ultimate final boss. On the other hand, I think really like sometimes he could have just dropped it. But this scenario, 100% he should have lost. It made absolutely zero sense for Triple H to win. I mean, Goldberg just in this match, this is the one when he spears the shit out of Jericho right through the pod.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was so good. I mean, and I think after this, fans stopped caring about Goldberg. They completely derailed his momentum after this because he was pretty hot for the first few months when he joined. Obviously, his first match was with The Rock. It took him out. And they thought SummerSlam's going to be his crowning moment where he just destroys Triple H, becomes world champion. And it was so stupid because Triple H retains here, right? And then literally the next pay per view, I think Unforgiven, Goldberg wins it. It made it was like, what was the point? It was just dumb.
I think initially it was meant to be a singles match between Goldberg and Triple H, but then I think the authority figure at the time was Stone Cold, who he just put in more challenges to the mix of like Jericho and Kevin Nash. And like you said, Carpe, there's no point of giving Triple H the win when Goldberg was going to win it anyways. So again, the actual match, like you said, Carpe, a really enjoyable chamber until you get to the final, 2 minutes of the match. So it's kind of a tough one to rank. It I can't put it like a D or E. Maybe maybe B or C.
I'd say C, because
Yeah,
the
that's
finish completely sucked the crowd, and it destroyed Goldberg's momentum as well in WWE. After that, fans didn't really care that much.
yeah, definitely. Next one is New Year's Revolution. This is Batista against Chris Benoit against Jericho, Edge, Randy Orton, and Triple H. So this is basically the Evolution storyline, having all of them in
Yeah,
the chamber.
I think this was '05, so I don't think
Yeah.
Randy Orton was a part of Evolution then. I think yeah, he got kicked out
Oh yeah,
before that. I'm pretty sure. But you know what? I watched this chamber back the other day. This was actually a very good match, like from top to bottom. It was so good. It was very entertaining.
yeah. And like you said, Carpe, the Evolution storyline was really good in this. And it started off really good. I think it was Chris Jericho and Chris Benoit who might have been the opening two. You just got some amazing wrestling from these two. This was all about Batista's slow burn into being like the top face role in the company. A really enjoyable match.
I think this is where they planted the seeds for the initial like Batista starting to turn. It was such a great storyline it was. And then I think a few weeks later, Batista went and won the Rumble. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, it was great storytelling. I put it in a B though.
B, I think B's harsh. I think it's probably an A.
Fair enough. I don't mind putting an A.
Alright, we put it in A. We'll see what Lenny says. Next one is this '06 News Revolution where Edge
Yeah.
catches in.
You know what? This one holds a special place in my heart because I remember I had the pay per view on DVD as a kid, so I used to just go back and watch it all the time. It was such a funny pay per view. I mean, they had for some reason they had Viscera and Shelton Benjamin, with Shelton Benjamin's like grandmom being involved in the storyline. It was so silly, but the actual chamber match itself, like I know people aren't a fan of the final three. It was Carlito, Masters, and Cena, but the initial like start of it, I really enjoyed. I remember Kurt Angle came into this match and he went fucking beast mode. He was just coming in, suplexing everyone. John Cena was all bloodied up, and it's just a great image. But for me, I think the greatness of this match comes from what happened afterwards. Right, this is the famous Edge cash in. Um, just made you fucking despise him. I hated Edge. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
John Cena just had this grueling war. He's got blood pouring all over his face, and then Vince comes out, and yeah, we get that historic first ever Money in the Bank cash in. So I don't know where to rank this because would you count the Money in the Bank shenanigans as the match or
I mean, yeah, I would because I mean, when we talk about Mania 31, and we do basically include Seth's cash in part of the match, so I'd probably include this part of the match too, even though the match was finished. I still include it part of the match and part of the overall chamber. So if you take that in account, the match again, nothing special, but a really good match. Cena won, he overcame all his men in the match, and then just for Edge, first ever cash in, right? Just for Edge to cash in and win the title. So I'd say B.
it's I don't know because of Edge it being the first ever
It could
cash
be
in and
A. It could be A.
what it led to. Yeah, it's pretty historic. I can't lie. So I'd say A.
Yeah, I don't have a problem putting in A, especially with the cash in.
Yeah.
Oh my days.
Is this which one is this now?
This is the ECW one.
I think this is still ranked as one of the worst, like not even just WWE wrestling pay per views of
Oh
all time.
no.
The December to December. Oh my god. The less we talk about ECW's WWE version, the better. Oh my god, this was absolutely shocking. I mean, I remember the storyline going into it was fucking horrific as well. Like Paul Heyman is the general manager, and he's like, "Oh, weapons are going to be used in this chamber match." And was there a whole storyline of like a masked man, or there was people that Heyman hired trying to take out the champion or something? It was dumb.
Bro, this whole pay per view is probably one of the worst pay per views the company's ever done, and it showed everything that was wrong with that version of ECW. I think I've heard that the story of this was basically Heyman wanted Punk to win it, right? He wanted Punk to win the entire chamber, but then they went to Vince with that plan, with that pitch, right? Like, let's put Punk over here, let's give Punk the chamber win, and Vince was like, nah. Bobby Lashley's winning this. Bobby Lashley
Bobby,
has to win
yeah,
this,
Bobby.
and then I think Heyman goes, okay, let's make a compromise. Let's have, Punk maybe eliminates the champion at that time, who was Big Show, right? So Big Show was the ECW champion. He was the one who was actually defending it. And then Vince still said no to that. So at the end, Punk was the one who got eliminated first. And after that, because Punk was the only guy in the whole match that, the fans actually cared about. After that, bro, no one cared about anything in this match. It just fell flat. And the whole pay-per-view, man, just an awful pay-per-view topped off by this horrific main event. Quite easily an E for me.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it's a dog shit.
it was Bobby Lashley and Big Show at the final two, right? And
Yeah,
Lashley wins. Oh god,
The biggest
yeah.
part of
D
that.
E. Wow, it's called E. Yeah, E is trash basically, isn't it? But,
Pretty
yeah.
much.
The next one
right.
is
The next,
So no way out. This one.
no, no way out. Oh eight, I
Oh
believe.
eight, yeah, 08 one, yeah.
yeah.
So there was no chamber match, was there, in 07?
I remember in
Yeah, yeah.
'07 they went with that tag team match as the main event, right? Because they
Oh
were
yeah,
doing
yeah, yeah.
John Cena and Shawn Michaels, the Raw main event, against Batista and Undertaker, who was the SmackDown
Oh
main
yeah.
event that night.
That
That's
was
why,
good. I liked that though. That
yeah.
was good.
And
Um, yeah. The SmackDown chamber. I remember it being so fucking good. Like this is the one when Taker and Batista do that spot at the end.
yeah, it's that one.
Oh my god, that was so sick. The way they done it was so epic. I think Batista has Taker on the outside going for like a running power slam, and then it goes towards the rope, and then Taker like reverses it, goes over the rope, and he can into a tombstone power driver. It was so fucking good. It was so well done. Um, but yeah, I really liked the SmackDown Chamber match from that year. I had it A. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was elite.
I would go as far as I don't think it's as good as them personally. But again, it was a really cool chamber, and especially if you look at the men in the match, like Great Khali and Big Daddy V,
Yeah,
and probably put in like a B.
fair enough.
Lenny,
Yeah, I think B's fine. B's good.
I
B's
was
fine.
just gassed by. I just loved the finish. The finish was so smart, so creative.
this is a really good chamber match. Now the one on the Raw side of
The
things.
is this one Triple H? I believe won this one, isn't it?
Triple H, yep, against Umaga, against Jeff Hardy, Shawn Michaels, JBL, and Chris
Chris
Jericho.
Jericho.
It's not one of the
This was
chamber.
a really great chamber match. I'm not gonna lie. I really like the ending of this match too, and I've rewatched this probably the second watch after the first chamber because I remember this one's the one where Jeff Hardy hit the swanton bomb from the top of the pod, and
Oh my
Hardy
god.
also eliminated Umaga, which no one expected at that time. And yeah, Triple H was the winner of this match. A really solid match, great story that was told in this match, and I think Triple H won this and then went into was it Mania? Was it '08? Yeah, so he would have faced was it Cena that year and Orton in that triple threat
Yeah, it was.
because Cena won the Rumble that year, and then
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then Cena's initial Rumble win got
Oh
used
yeah, when he
against
comes
No
in.
Way Out against Randy Orton, and then Triple H won this year.
yeah. It
I'd
was
say,
all right.
you
B.
know what? I'd say it's either B or an A. It's
Yeah,
definitely
I'd
better
go
than
B.
it's definitely better than the SmackDown one in my opinion. I don't know about you guys.
Fair.
Yeah, I'd say B.
Oh, this whole
This is looking
chamber,
my favorite.
bro,
Oh,
this was so
Well,
good.
both matches were sick on this one. This is 09, isn't
hmm
it?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Right. Yeah. So which one is this one? Is this the SmackDown one?
this is the
yeah. This
SmackDown one,
SmackDown one.
the one
I,
that took place first on the night. Triple H against Undertaker, Edge, Jeff Hardy, Big Show, and
This is
Vladimir
so.
Kozlov.
Is this the
triple.
one?
I'm
Is this
pretty
the one?
sure Triple
Yeah.
H and Undertaker were the final two. It was so good.
I remember. Is this the one when Edge was the champion and he got like pinned straight away?
Yeah, it's that one. That's
And
the one.
it was Jeff Hardy, I think, a small package, and then Edge just has a shocked face, and he's like, and everyone's like just so gassed, and then yeah, the chamber match itself was brilliant. I mean, this is when they were trying to push Vladimir Kozlov. Remember, they had him in everything. It was so
Scary
funny,
guy,
but
man.
I love double E. But yeah, as you said, the final two was great as well. Undertaker and Triple
Oh,
H, two legends, and yeah,
so
Triple H came with the win.
I'd say the one that happened afterwards was much better for
Yeah.
one reason only. But this again was really solid. I'll B.
I would say A, but
Yeah,
I'm biased, so it's one of my
because of Jeff
favorites.
Hardy.
So I think B. I think B's fair.
This
Yeah,
one,
B's fair.
bro, the one, oh my days. Kofi Kingston, right? He was so gassy in the chamber. Guy was running down, yeah, just to be taken out by Edge. Edge
Like,
took his opportunity, took
I
him out, and
fucking
went
hated
on
that
to win
guy,
the
man.
chamber. That, bro, this guy is one of Edge is one of the best heels in wrestling, period, in my
Oh,
opinion. Bro,
100%.
the way he made you feel as a kid, he made you absolutely hate him. And
I,
you gotta be a proper you got to be a proper menacing heel to actually make someone disparage like that. And this guy was the world heavyweight champion and the WWE champion in the space of a few hours. And yeah, the match as well was a really solid match, right? And just tops you off by Edge winning was great.
Is it? You know what's funny about this? I remember they all just teamed up to take out Cena as well. They're just spamming all the finishes on it. That was so funny. But yeah, Edge was just an absolute. Was this the one? Was did he do the concerto on the steps?
Yeah, yeah, it was that one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was just such great storytelling, wasn't it? I think the final was the Edge and Ray were the final two, innit?
I'm pretty sure it was Ray.
Yeah, and then Edge picks up the win and just he's one of the greatest heels of all time for a reason. It's just the ultimate opportunist. I mean, he done it before New Year's Revolution '06. He cashed in on Cena, and then 3 years later, '09, No Way Out, he screws Kofi Kingston out of a title opportunity, and he just wins. That's kind of mad. I think is he the only champion to have ever done that, to hold both titles in the same, well, apart from
Yeah,
Jericho winning it.
you know what? I think he might be
Maybe.
to losing at the minute again. He might actually be one of the only ones to do that.
I think he is. I think he is. But yeah, we'll have to fact check that afterwards. But yeah,
That
man.
was
I
that was such a creative way to do that finish, and we never get that in this year's wrestling. Like it's impossible we ever get
yeah,
a challenger losing his belt and then taking an opportunity later on to win the other title. Just great.
yeah. I put this high. I can't lie.
A.
He's good,
Yeah.
I think.
This is the 2010 one with Sheamus as champion. Sheamus against Cena, Triple H, Kofi Kingston, Randy Orton, and Ted DiBiase.
God. The Cena won this, right?
Yeah. Cena won,
Yeah,
yeah.
this was the one where Vince McMahon came out with Batista, and Batista beat Triple
Oh,
H. And Batista went on into Mania as champion, and then Cena beat him at Mania.
oh my God. So they basically ran back the Edge thing in it with Batista. It was so
Basically,
weird because Batista didn't even have anything. Vince just came out like, yeah, Batista's gonna challenge for the title.
that's literally all he did. And oh my days, just
Vince
But
just
I
does
can't
anything
lie,
he wants, man.
it was good though because that Batista heel run was special. I really really liked that Batista heel run, and it gave us Cena and Batista, which is a great rivalry in itself.
the actual match was quite boring, but with that finish, I mean,
Yeah,
do you count that finish part of the match because it
yeah, it
wasn't a
has.
cash
If we
in?
count because we
I think
counted
so,
Edge,
yeah.
we counted the Edge thing. By the way, Hazza's here. He said let him
Or
in.
is it here?
Yeah, but yeah, Batista. I think Batista not cashing in. Batista doing that after was good, but it did feel like a bit of a rerun of the Edge thing. So I don't think we can put it too high.
I'd be fine with the C.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I think the other chamber match was a lot better that year.
This was a much better chamber
Is
match.
this
This
the
was
Jericho
Chris
one, right?
Jericho. Yeah, he beat Punk,
Yeah.
John Morrison, R Truth, Rey Mysterio, and the Undertaker. This is where HBK came from under the chamber, switching, kicked Undertaker, and that's your Mania match. A really creative way to get that Mania match because HBK he lost the Rumble. He was really desperate to get. He wanted that match against Taker so badly. He wasn't in either of the chambers, and he comes out from underneath and takes out Taker, and Chris Jericho gets the win. Just a really great chamber match. Everyone in this match worked really well. John Morrison, bro, I love that guy. The guy was pulling out moves from everywhere. A really good chamber. I'd even give this an A with the creative finish at the end.
It was weird, isn't it? That because around 2010, 2011, it was like they were trying to give John Morrison like a push, and I really liked him. I thought he was cool as fuck, like
He's
his
so cool,
move
man.
set, his charisma,
His
everything. The
entrance was
only thing
cold as well.
I think that yeah, the only thing
Promos.
lacking for him was his promo, man. His promo was terrible, and I don't think Vince really rated him because it was the worst kept secret. He's basically a cuck, wasn't he? for Batista and Melina, man. Like, come on, man. Um, but yeah, John Morrison aside, this match was really, really good. And as you said, Danny, the finish was still you still think about it, right? Because it was storyline perfection. Shawn Michaels' his whole thing, he was obsessed with the Undertaker, and the Undertaker told him, "You're not getting a match with me. Sorry, Shawn." Blah blah. So Shawn's like, "Okay, then I'm gonna win the Royal Rumble," and Shawn has like a very like an Iron Man performance in the 2010 Rumble, and then he loses it, yeah, and he gets eliminated by Batista, and then you just see him in utter despair, like his whole purpose, his whole thing is gone. I remember a promo with Triple H. Triple H, like, you're throwing your career away because of for over this obsession. And he's like, if I don't face the Undertaker at WrestleMania, if I don't beat him, then I have no career. Regard. Do you remember the promo for it? Like, was it the running up that hill? Oh God, so good, so good. Um, and yeah, man. And then Shawn Michaels, out of desperation, he comes in the chamber match and he costs Taker, and then we finally get that WrestleMania 26, that historic rematch where he puts
Wow.
his career on the line.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
This is a really good chamber. Like you look at the names and like you don't expect an all time chamber. You got guys like really young Drew McIntyre,
Drew
Edge,
Wade.
Ray, Dolph, Kane, and Wade Barrett. And this is such a great. If you actually watch this match, it's a really good match. I think Edge retains and then goes on to Mania to face Del Rio in yeah. But again, I really like this match. Like it's one of my favorite chamber matches personally. I just thought all six guys had a really good performance. I'd probably put like a B A.
B. I'd say B.
Yeah, B.
On the this was to go on to face the Miz at WrestleMania.
Oh God, not that mania.
Yeah, it's John Cena, R-Truth, CM Punk, John Morrison, and Randy Orton.
Did
So
Cena won this one, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
Which chamber was it when John Morrison and that crazy spot off the top?
it was a chamber where John Morrison got on top of the chamber. But yeah, I thought this was a really solid chamber. Nothing grey, nothing really bad. We all expected Cena to win and be not be the Miz, but go on to Mania to face the Miz for the title. I'd probably say a C or a B. C.
Yeah, C or
Yeah,
B.
C.
Yeah,
I say C.
C plus, but yeah, nothing
This is the
special.
one where Punk defends it in the chamber against
This was a
R-Truth,
horrible
Dolph
pay-per-view.
Ziggler, The Miz, Chris Jericho, Kofi Kingston, and CM Punk.
It's I think from 2012, yeah, onwards, yeah, the chamber went through a bit of a rut. Like, matches weren't very good. Aside from one, we'll talk about it when we get to it. But yeah, this was the beginning of the decline of the chambers, I feel.
Was this when they
Don't get me.
changed the structure?
No, no,
It
no,
was,
no, no.
well, I think they changed it a bit later on. Like this was still where they had the.
Yeah. But I think the only interesting thing was the Punk Jericho sort of storyline that they were building that towards Mania anyway. But yeah, I'd say C. It wasn't terrible, that match, but just didn't
Yeah, it
care.
doesn't stick out for me personally. I
This
don't
is
know him much,
This
but
one, you can stick straight into trash.
Big Show against Wade Barrett against Daniel Bryan
Santino.
against Great Khali and then Cody Rhodes and Santino Marella. Like, he was the father figure. Daniel Bryan wasn't there. Yeah.
They're
Like this,
trolling, man.
this actual match wasn't anything horrible, right? But it just just look at the lineups. It's so uninspiring.
This was peak like jobber era, man. Like, fucking hell. It was funny because I remember Santino was in the final two for the Rumble the year before, and then they put him in the final two for the Chamber match.
They're taking the piss,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Where would he? I can't put him
Trash,
E
man.
because I don't think it's anything will be as bad as this. Actually, maybe one will later on, but I'll probably put a D still.
Fair enough.
Yes,
This is
yes.
the
Oh god, this one,
2013.
this one can go in trash for D as well.
Jack
Fuck,
Swagger, man. This fucking guy, bro.
Oh yeah,
Get him in the
Jack
bin,
Swagger
man.
won. Oh my
Get him
god.
in the bin, man.
Do you know who Jack Swagger? Do you know who Jack Swagger reminds me of? I don't know how many of you seen. Have you seen Back to the Future?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You know the bully. What's his name? Biff. He reminds me of Biff. I don't know why. He looks exactly like him, and he speaks like him as well.
So it also reminds me of what you call it, Kevin McAllister's older brother as well.
Oh yeah, but he
Oh
just gives
yeah,
me that
yeah,
vibe.
yeah.
Yeah, he just gives you that vibe in it. Just the classic bully in it. But yeah, I mean, Jack Swagger on paper, like he had all the tools, right? He was a good wrestler, blah blah. But he was a charisma vacuum, and he promos sucked. He was just terrible. I mean, the only time I was ever interested in Jack Swagger was when he was part of the Real Americans with Zeb Carter as his mouthpiece. I think Zeb Carter was with him still, but like him being was he world champion at this point, or was this a number one contender match?
This was the number one contender to
Contender,
go
yeah.
on face.
Oh
Was
god,
it Del Rio? I
Jack.
mean, yeah.
Oh god, Jack Swagger. Look at the names they had here. You have Jericho, you have
Were
Owen.
were Kane and Bryan still a tag team at this point?
Yeah, he was
Yeah, they
champion.
were.
They were tag champions.
Yeah, I thought so.
God,
Team Hell
like
No, man. Fucking
they
hell.
really decided to go with Jack fucking Swagger. Oh.
Who did
Check
Randy
one,
face
two.
that Mania? Who did Randy? Oh yeah,
Randy was in that fucking 6 man. It could have been. It should
against
have been
Shield.
Randy. It
Yeah,
was
yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
dumb. Oh god.
It was the
Oh,
Big
no.
Show, Sheamus and
Yeah.
Randy against the Shield.
And then
But yeah, Randy.
Oh
Big
dear
Show
God.
turned on it.
Of
Big Show done a heel turn again.
course he did.
Obviously,
Of course he did. But
not gonna lie.
Well,
Not gonna lie. You should put this in trash just because
for
Jack
that
Swagger
winner,
won it. Like,
yeah, I agree with you. Copy.
yeah, I can't lie. Jack Swagger is a fucking. Oh my god, don't get me started.
This is the 2014 one.
Randy
this was actually Randy was the champ. This was actually a good match. I'm not gonna lie.
It was a really good match.
I like it was really good. I think Randy and Brian were the final two. Obviously, the whole storyline that year was Brian kept getting fucked over in the big one, right? I think did he get fucked over again in this one? I can't remember. I think the Authority interfered in it. I can't remember. I'm trying to remember the finish.
I can't lie.
I'm pretty sure someone from the Authority came in and interfered and cost Brian basically. But yeah, it was a really good chamber, man. Really, really good chamber. And obviously by then it was a bit weird because obviously I think Randy Orton won, right? And then fans were pissed. They were like, "Oh my god, they're actually gonna carry on with Randy Batista at Mania." I can't remember if it was before. It was. It must have been after Chamber when the Yes Movement segment happened.
Yeah, it was after Chamber.
Yeah, but still, that's crazy to think though, because even though it was a good match and everything, fans were booing the fuck out of it when Randy won because they were like, "Oh my god, they were getting Randy Batista."
The final two of this were Brian and Orton, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, and
I
everyone. I
don't
remember
think there
everyone
was.
was
I
rooting
don't
for
think there
Brian
was.
to win.
Yeah, I don't think there was interference. I just think Randy Orton won,
Oh, is
and
it?
then
Oh.
yeah, it left the crowd pissed, and then
Did this lead into the triple threat at
yeah,
Mania?
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
But after this,
Because
they had to. They had to.
Yeah,
Because-
no, I mean, yeah, the fans were just not happy.
Yeah, they were not happy, were they? Bloody hell.
because this watch must basically tell to see who would face Batista because Batista won the Rumble. Randy Orton won. It looked like we were getting Randy v Batista, and then
I remember Batista had a match on this as well with Del Rio, didn't
Against
he?
Del Rio.
It was so bad. It was
they
so
were
bad.
doing random stuff with Batista to try get him over and to get the crowd to cheer him because no one wanted to cheer Batista at that time.
Yeah, and Batista's gear was so bad in that run. Oh my god, you look like an old man, bro.
Do you
trying to
remember
run it
that
back.
gear in the Evolution match
Yeah,
against
blue
Shield?
Tista.
Oh dear God.
I'll personally put this in a
Mm.
B, maybe even an A.
I'd say B. I'd say B.
I'd say
It's a solid
B,
Oh my days!
Oh, it's just a tag team. Oh, bro.
This
Oh,
okay.
bro.
Listen, the chamber started to fall off at this point a little bit, but from 2015 onward, that's when you're like, oh yeah, they don't care about this anymore. Wow.
Just listen to these tag teams right in this match. So they are the
Please
New
don't.
Day. Fair enough, they were the champions. The Ascension. You had Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. You had Los Matadores. You had Lucha Dragons and Primetime players.
Primetime players.
Prime time players, you know.
And Darren Young.
The mid card chamber. Man.
It was such a bad match, and bro, it was so strange, right? Because they let all three members of the New Day in the pod. I'm pretty sure it was all three members, and like, how is that fair? You got the
That's
rest
gotta
of
be
them have
illegal,
two,
man.
and the New Day have three members, and yeah, just a stupid match. I don't know why I think Seth was champion. They should have had him just defending the chamber instead of getting the tag titles. So yeah, I mean, let's talk about the one after that as well. This is going in trash for me.
Didn't Seth lose the title on that pay per view to
Against
Dean,
Ambrose,
and then
and then they overturned it. Yeah,
they overturned it the next night. I remember
yeah.
that was a joke. Oh my god, this was so funny, man. Daniel Daniel Bryan came out to give right back the IC title.
Oh,
Big
bro,
right back.
all of this was so bad. I'd argue this was probably actually I don't know. Was it worse than? Yeah, it was. I'm gonna say this was worse than the tag match, which again is going in E2.
Was this
Oh, chill,
when
chill.
did he get injured and he was vacant?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
Did he get
vacated it
injured?
after
Yeah.
because he won it. He won it at Mania in the ladder match, right? And then I think he came out and he had to vacate it, which
Yeah.
led to them having this match. This was when Sheamus came back with that dumb hairstyle,
Oh
and
god, oh, bro,
A
yeah,
everything
drape or
about
some
this has
shit.
just been real bad.
Also, Danny, was this the year when they changed the structure? I think it was.
I'm pretty. Yeah, I think it was 2015 or
Oh yeah,
2016
that
maybe.
that that that. I'm sorry, both got to go in trash just for that reason alone.
It was
This
nonsense, man.
from this point onwards, yeah, the chamber lost its. For me, it lost its appeal. It wasn't the same anymore.
All
The
right, the next
structure
one. The next
and the
one.
fact that they put two chamber matches this year, tag team titles, and they just didn't give a fuck anymore about it. Like
They would do
yeah,
Yeah.
anything.
The thing is, I didn't mind the tag team gimmick on the basis that it hadn't been done before. And, like, you know, when we talk about making tag team wrestling great and kind of like giving it the sort of appeal to
Push.
it, I didn't mind the concept, but it just felt a little bit too confusing and there was way too many teams in there. So I kind of get it, but I don't know.
The thing is, they did one again in like 2020, and that was much better than the first tag team one they done. But I just want to talk about this next one. One of my favorite chamber matches of all time. Bray
Yeah,
Wyatt.
yeah,
wait,
I
so
agree.
Bray Wyatt
Definitely.
finally. This was 2017.
Yeah.
17. Yeah.
2016 there was no chamber, right?
They did have that pay per view, I think, because they replaced it with Fastlane. Remember?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So
Yeah.
they didn't have a chamber, but
So
anyway, but yeah.
this was the one where Bray Wyatt finally won the big one, and I think he pinned AJ last to win it.
Yeah.
Cena walked into this as champion, right? Because he beat AJ at the Rumble, and
Yeah.
then this was a storyline which it was obvious Bray was going to win because they were going to do Bray Wyatt against Randy Orton at WrestleMania after Randy Orton won the Rumble. A great match. Literally everyone in the match pulled their way, bro. Baron Corbin, The Miz, Ambrose, AJ Styles, Cena. Just a really good match. And yeah, I remember watching this live, and the moment Bray Wyatt won, bro, I just popped. I like this company has finally.
Yeah, it was sick.
I mean, listen, I didn't expect him to lose it to Randy, although that should have been really obvious. But that moment and that match, listen, a solid day for me.
I say S even. I just think it was such a great moment. Bray
I
Wyatt
would have
finally
it.
winning the
Yeah.
big one.
Yeah,
And
you had the
also the
Fireflies
whole
out at night as well. It was really, really
yeah,
cool
it
That
to
was
was
see.
so
sick.
good. It was you know what it was? Because obviously Bray Wyatt had been on the main roster I think about 4 years at that point. Fans loved him. They loved the whole Eat of Worlds gimmick, and they constantly saw him. This guy getting shit on. Like he kept every big feud he had, he kept losing and losing and losing. And then fans stopped really caring about him. And then was it the story when Randy Orton joined the White Family? That was so good. I
Such a
loved
good
it.
storyline. Yeah.
I
The
think
match
Randy
with
faced is it Harper that
I
night?
mean,
Or was it
Yeah.
the
yeah.
same one? The
So
same night, yeah.
that I remember that whole storyline when Randy joined the White family. It really saved Wyatt's career at that point because they became like
Oh,
the everyone's favorite part of SmackDown. And Randy won the Rumble, and then Bray wins the Chamber, and it led to that Mania match, Bray and Randy. Okay, the match itself wasn't good, but the entire build and everything was phenomenal.
Also, SmackDown 2016, from I'd say the first branded PLE backlash until this one, genuinely flawless. I loved it. You basically build the brand around AJ Styles, as you should. Such a great performer. And then you had Dean Ambrose, who was basically his rival for like 3-4 months. Cena there, I think and No Mercy, they had a triple threat. They branded it as, I mean, the branded now was Mr. AEW against Mr. TNA against Mr.
Yeah,
WWE, which it was such a good match. Dolph Ziggler, who was getting like a mini push around that point, he was having matches against AJ Styles. Baron Corbin was doing good stuff. And then this
the tag team division was amazing. But I think Bray
EJ
and Randy
and
were like,
Rhino.
yeah,
Yeah, it's just such a good time for SmackDown, and this was the last good branded PLE, in my opinion. After this, it just fell off, and SmackDown during this period was special. And listen, Bray Wyatt winning the title during that period, AJ Styles winning the title during the period. For me, it holds a really special place in my heart. And this match again, S tier. I thought just a phenomenal match, topped off by a phenomenal moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the first women's chamber. Alexa Bliss retains her
Mickey James
champ.
one.
C.
Yeah.
All right, this match. Was this the first ever seven-man chamber match?
Oy, 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 when Strowman eliminated 5 and then Roman Reigns got the last elim.
Yeah, it
Oh my god, I
was.
was so pissed.
It was Strowman, Elias, Cena, Roman, The Miz,
Elias.
Seth, and Balor.
Because I think
Bro,
this was the same Mania that Cena wanted to go face the Undertaker at. He's like, "Oh, I've got to get to Mania. I've got to get to Mania. This is my road to Mania." Then gets pinned by Strowman, and then he's like, "Oh, I'll send the challenge to the Undertaker." I was just like, "Bruv, this was one of the worst." I think I was so pissed off because the chamber match itself was actually really entertaining, but the result was piss taking, honestly.
Braun Strowman during this period, right, was red hot. Like everyone thought they were gonna finally push Braun and have him face Lesnar. But we should have known the company's fetish with Roman at that time. They were obviously
Yeah.
gonna have him face Brock at Mania and then lose for because Brock extended his contract with the company and he wasn't going to UFC. They had him retain over Roman just for Roman to win it at SummerSlam. It was bizarre. This match at seven man chamber didn't work well for me. I don't know if you guys remember if you guys were watching Raw during that time, but the Raw before Chamber, they ran a gauntlet match. That gauntlet match was genuinely better than the actual Chamber match. This
Can't
match
remember
was
now.
not. It was not a good match, and like Carpe said, Braun Strowman eliminated basically everyone. Roman and Braun were the last two. Roman speared him and won. Boring, predictable, and yeah, nothing special in my opinion. Where you put this?
C.
CD.
It'd be higher if if there was the right winner, but
Tag Women's 2019.
Aye.
Was this when they introduced the women's tag championship, or was the
Yeah. No, it was. I think the SmackDown one. I don't know. Yeah. I think.
this is where Sasha and Bailey won?
Chamber died out, man. Chamber died out.
Chamber would just felt like a gimmick
Just
pay per
sad
view
fall off.
at this time. I mean, yeah, it doesn't get much better. This actual match though, Daniel Bryan as champion facing against Mustafa Ali, Jeff Hardy, AJ
I
Styles,
it,
Randy Orton, and
was
Samoa Joe.
this the heel Daniel Bryan, right?
Eco-friendly Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, this was sick. I love that run. That was brilliant.
That's one of
Great
I
heel
mean,
work.
that's one of
This
Bryan's.
chamber was actually really good as well because
It
it
was
started
solid
Kofi
chamber, yeah.
Mania.
The thing is, though, if you look at the chamber originally, right, Mustafa Ali's in there. They were meant to give Mustafa Ali the Kofi Kingston push, but he got injured, so they put Kofi in that spot, and
Bro,
Kofi,
we could have had a first Muslim world champion, man.
bro, could have had the first
But
Muslim.
but I think it was the thing I liked about that storyline as well is because they basically redone the whole authority versus Daniel Bryan thing, but this time Daniel Bryan's the villain and Kofi's like the Daniel Bryan. Oh, it was so funny. It was so cleverly done. But yeah, Kofi made it led to Kofi Mania as well. It was great.
Because he pinned Brian pinned Kofi in at the end because Mustafa Ali got injured, so
Yeah,
they put him
it's
in there.
literally exactly the same as how Orton Bryan was playing out. Literally.
But it was a great storyline, and that match Mania 39 was an all timer.
Yeah,
35,
I'd
yeah.
even point out the fact that all the trials and tribulations he had to go through as well. Like he went through a gauntlet match, then the New Day had
No,
to
it
go
was
through a gauntlet
yeah.
match. Like the Usos were like, "Yo, you real ones" or something like that. We forfeit, and it was just like they were so fairy tale esque, and it started from this chamber match, which I thought was really well done. I'd put it
Bro,
in. I'd put it in A tier. I'd put it in the B or the A tier. I think this is one of the one of the better elimination chamber matches in recent history because of what it provided afterwards as well.
one of the best things about this build was Daniel Bryan calling Kofi Kingston a B plus player.
Oh, the
Oh,
irony!
it was so good, bro. Heel Daniel Bryan using that period was probably the only good thing about the whole company. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
Yeah.
heel Daniel Bryan, Kofi Kingston, and the man Becky Lynch. Everything else was a bit meh.
Yeah, 2019 was not a good year, but this is 2020, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
the tag team champions. That was a good match.
This was actually
Really
better than
Energy
the
more so.
first tag team championship. A solid match. Where would you guys put this? I'll probably put C. I know C's getting
Yeah,
good.
yeah, I'll put it in
Yeah.
C.
Oh my days, this is the one where Shayna Baszler squashed everyone. I don't know if you guys remember.
Oh no.
Bro, she came out and she squashed everyone. They were into Shayna Baszler at this time, right? They wanted to give her this monster Goldberg esque push. She came out. I remember watching the live, bro. She squashed everyone just to lose to Becky Lynch at Wrestle. I know it was the COVID mania, but just to lose to Becky Lynch at WrestleMania. And after that, Shayna Baszler's career path has gone off a tangent, bro.
Damn.
I can't believe they had a
Off a
squash
Yeah.
cliff, off a
5 women
cliff,
in the
bro. Like,
chamber. They had a squash of this chamber, and after that, bro, what they doing for Shayna Baszler? I don't know if it's down to her, if it's down to the company, or maybe they didn't see her more than like a tag player in the mid card. But bro, this chamber, they were giving her the monster push, and it led to nothing. I don't know how you can really rate it because the concept of Shayna Baszler squashing everyone was kind of cool. Like even Asuka's in there, and Asuka the year before was the one who was the undefeated, women, and a year later it's Shayna Baszler. Hard to
Danny,
rank.
you know what the funny thing is, right? You could have asked me on the spot, Hazza, who did Becky Lynch face at COVID Mania? Shayna Baszler would not have been the wrestler I would have thought of. That's how forgettable that
Exactly.
that match is. Like for me
I don't know.
personally, I'm not even trying to be like, oh, you know, the women's chamber isn't that great, rah-ta-ta. But that led to nothing. Like the same way the 7-man led to nothing.
Just for what they did with Shane Baszler afterwards, that's going in E for me.
Yeah, 100.
Yeah. What a waste.
This was the 2021 where the winner would face Roman. Just for a
Straight
title. I
after.
don't think it
That
was
was actually,
actually.
I really like the way that was done actually, because it was like, because this was where Roman was kind of this very power hungry individual, and I really like the way that this was sort of constructed. And Daniel Bryan and Cesaro kicked it off. I remember this clearly, and then it was Daniel Bryan and Cesaro to end it, and then Bryan gets Reigns in the yes lock, and then Reigns beats Bryan, and then it goes on to, I think it was Fastlane straight afterwards as well, which I thought was it was a tidy elimination chamber match. But I think this is the era where it started to be like, okay, titles are not going to be on the line too often. Yeah, and it was a little bit. It was a bit of a cop out, so that Reigns didn't have to fight in the chamber, which is understandable because he's like a top champion. But not a big fan of that particular match. I'd put it in C tier, but the concept was cool. But nah.
Bryan won, and then Bryan lost to Reigns by the guillotine. I think it was in like a mini or something. So, yeah. The next one,
Concept that.
Drew McIntyre defended it. Oh, this is the one where Miz cashed in. I remember this so clearly.
Brev, when Bobby Lashley was out on the outside, Brev. Oh my god. I saw they were teasing Bobby Lashley talking to the Miz. Oh, that pissed me off.
The company in COVID 2020 were doing anything right. So they decided to give Otis the money in the bank briefcase. But then they realized that, oh no, we can't put the world championship on Otis, right? Like that can't be a thing. So do we have him cash in on the tag title, which would be stupid, on a mid-card title, which we've seen before, Austin Theory, or do we just have him lose it? And the Miz, out of everyone you had at that time, you could have gave it another heel. AJ Styles was heel at the time. Give it AJ Styles. Make AJ Styles money in the bank. He hasn't won it before. But no, the Miz, probably the most boring option they could have gone with. And yeah, I thought it was pretty obvious the Miz was going to cash in. I didn't see him cashing in until, after Mania or something. He cashed in, and I don't know if you guys remember, but a week or two later, Bobby Lashley beat the Miz on an episode of Raw. So yeah, Drew McIntyre won the chamber just to be cashed in by.
This is where the cuckery started for Drew McIntyre, man. This is where it started.
Yeah, 5 years straight.
I mean, to be fair, I think the whole purpose of putting the Money in the Bank on the Miz was to be like, hey, hang on, 2-time Grand Slam champion. I thought it was a pretty cool concept because I don't think anyone had done it before, and that was kind of like what he was basing his promos off. But yeah, but Lennie's right. This is where the cockery started. Not gonna lie, and yeah, I think Bobby Lashley was kind of hot at the time as well, so they were pushing him in the Hurt Business, which is fair. But Danny, you mentioned
Yeah.
that Austin Theory would cash in on the mid card title. I don't think that happened till afterwards.
Yeah,
So that
2020.
would have been pretty
Yeah.
cool if he did it then. But imagine Otis cashing in on Roman Reigns, man. That would have been so hilarious.
That's cold,
Oh
man.
my days,
That's
man.
COVID era, man. That's cold. Well, just after that.
But yeah, I mean, the actual match I thought was fine. Again, like nothing really good, nothing really bad. But the finish of it, having the Miz cash in, yeah, horrible. Where would you guys put this?
See?
See, I think there's so it was just mid, but it was just mid.
Yeah.
Women's Chamber in 2022.
2? Bianca, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This chamber, Bianca
Was it
won.
was it in was it in Saudi this
This
one?
was the one in Saudi. We go on to the men's one, but yeah, this just presented Bianca as the monster she was as a woman, and nothing special again. Probably, I don't want to put it in C. I'd probably put it in D. Not gonna lie. Nothing memorable.
Yeah, I don't remember too much
Bianca
from
won.
that
I'm
either.
happy. Not that bad, but
This
Rhea lost, I'm
PLE
not happy.
was this the PLE where Roman beat Goldberg? It wasn't it?
yeah, probably yeah. If it was a
Oh yeah, it was. It was.
Because Drew beat Goldberg at the Rumble and then Roman beat Goldberg at the Chamber. Yeah.
And did it
Oh
was it
man.
wasn't it a few months earlier? Bobby Lashley beat Goldberg as well at Saudi PLE.
Crown Jewel 2021.
I think so.
Oh
I think
yeah,
Edge
it
and
was.
Seth.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say the one where Edge Seth opened in Hell in a Cell and then Roman and
Yeah,
Brock Lesnar. Oh yeah, I remember now. But yeah,
yeah. But they were just feeding. They were just making Goldberg put everyone over.
this men's chamber match, bro. The
Oh God.
story of this match was Brock lost the title to Bobby Lashley at the Rumble after Roman interference, right? And then basically Bobby Lashley was WWE champion going into Mania, and then they had him defend it here. And because Brock won the Royal Rumble a month before, they were like, okay, we're gonna do Brock v Roman at Mania. That's fine again, just for it to be winner takes all. And they had Brock win the championship of Bobby Lashley. Bro, Brock was the last one to come out, right? And he squashed everyone. AJ,
Wasn't
Seth,
Theory the
Riddle.
last guy?
Theory
yeah.
was
Was it
last.
Brock and
Theory got
Theory?
yeeted, bruv. Oh my
Theory,
god.
well, Theory
That was
tried to
sick. That was sick though. That was sick when he threw him off the top of the pod. F5.
Theory tried
That
to
was
run up,
kind of
He
and
cool.
Brock
killed him,
just
man.
grabbed the bound, and Brock squashed everyone in this match. Just, yeah, man, pointless. I'll be honest with you. I hated it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Theory last pinned as
That
well.
it's weird, isn't it? Because the Roman Brock feud itself was good, but the match was awful.
Yeah.
Where are we playing this?
D.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, CD.
The Women's Chamber in 2023
Asuka. I'm pretty sure won this.
to face Bianca and Mania, right?
Yeah.
Because they did Bianca
39, I
and
think.
Asuka at Mania. Yeah, it was Asuka, Carmella, Liv, Natalia, Nikki Cross, and Raquel Rodriguez. Yeah, a solid match again. Nothing too special. D C.
Yeah, it's not really memorable, was it? C or D, yeah.
Talking
It's
about an underrated match, this chamber match was really really good.
just
It
fun.
was
Yeah.
for the US Championship, and you had six great workers in the match. Right? You had Montez Ford, who people thought he was finally going to get his big breakout moment. He should have got it. I mean,
I
2 years
really should
later,
have.
I don't see him getting it. At that time, everyone was high on Montez Ford, right? They were like, he is the one who should definitely win a title. At some point they should break up the Street Profits, and he should, just break out with a single star. He had everything. He's got the charisma. He can talk in ring, and this match showcased, I think, Montez Ford out of everyone. Bronson Reed had a really good showing. Damian Priest was, getting into his main event
Groove.
push, which
Yeah.
came a few, years later. Seth and Gargano opened. It was a really good match, and then Theory retained. I think Seth and Theory were the last two. Logan Paul entered the chamber. He basically took Seth out, and Theory pinned Seth, and that's how they led to Theory. No, Logan against Seth Armenia, and they did TDV scene. This is one of the most underrated matches, chamber matches ever. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know about you guys.
I liked it, to be fair. Obviously, I am big, and I was big on Montez, so it was nice to see him in like a like a bigger match. I really enjoyed it.
This PLE was a really fun PLE. It was the Roman and Sami one in thingy.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I'll put this in a B on A. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know about you guys. Hazza or Carpe?
I'll say a B. I do want Montez Ford to. I still have faith that he's going to be an amazing single star, but yeah.
Keep faith, man. I'm there with you, man. I'm there with you.
Thank you, bro.
We're gonna get it one day, man. We're gonna get it one day.
Next
Who
one
we
is the
got?
2024 one with Becky, Raquel, Tiffany, Bianca, Liv, and Naomi. This is the one Becky won. This was in
Yeah,
Australia, I
Becky
remember,
won this.
to face Rhea at Mania. But yeah,
Perth, yeah.
again, solid chamber. Any thoughts?
I don't remember too much
B
from it. I remember the main event, but I don't remember too much from the match. Personally.
Didn't this
I'll say
open?
B again. I think it was predictable, but kind of the same time, it's a good match to watch.
The men's one, Kevin Owens, LA Knight, Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, Bobby Lashley, and Logan Paul. This was the proper cool spot where Randy Orton RKO'd Logan Paul out of nowhere. I don't know if you guys remember. Logan
Oh
Paul was
yeah,
basically getting hyped, and Randy Orton RKO'd him. And this was the winner would face Seth at Mania 40, and
was this when AJ Styles intervened or something? Or am
yeah,
I- yeah.
AJ Styles.
Is this when Logan was doing stuff in the cage? On
Yeah.
not on the
The
cage.
camera
on
where he was
pod.
just emoting at the camera. Yeah.
AJ Styles flew halfway over the world just to screw over LA Knight, and that led to the match of Mania. Seth v Drew. I think they did the Randy KO and Logan Paul triple threat match for the US title. But
Yeah.
again, a really solid chamber, but nothing special. C or a
It's
B.
decent.
This was in Australia, innit?
Yeah, this is the
Yeah,
one where
Perth, yeah.
Rhea
Do you,
Ripley
do you
and Nia
guys
Jax main evented.
Rhea versus Nia. Oh
Yeah.
god.
do you guys remember the just before everyone was like, oh, we're getting Rock Roman at Elimination Chamber in Perth, like it's a done deal.
Oh
Do you
yeah,
remember
I
the
remember
reports
that.
that
And then this is where they done that segment with Cody Seth, and I think it was on the Grayson Waller show, something
yeah,
like that.
yeah,
And yeah, this this is a funny time, man. Oh, take me back, Mania 40, Road to WrestleMania, Elite. But yeah, this actual match I probably say is a B. I think it's better than some of these matches here.
Yeah. I
yeah.
think B's cool.
What we got left? This year's chamber matches. So the women.
Okay, I can't lie. The women's one, the beginning of it was insane.
Was this
Insane.
when
Cargill,
Jade came
yeah,
out?
yeah,
Oh,
When
this
Jade
shit was
came out, and
gas.
then
This shit is
bro,
gas.
this was nuts. And then I think was it Bianca? Who won it? Was it Bianca?
Bianca won, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. She was crashing out in the pod. She was like hysterical. Like it was insane.
Because they were
On the
yeah,
lowest of keys, I'd give this an A because of how like the emotions went through,
The
and
shock factor was
yeah, it was brilliant. I really enjoyed this chamber match. I like thoroughly enjoyed it because I didn't. Look, I'll be honest. Bianca's a given to win. Don't get me wrong, but it's never really. It's just the way the stories were told, and I remember it vividly. Like was her name Jade Cargill comes out, and you think, oh, she's gonna attack Liv Morgan. It's so obvious. Then she attacks Naomi, and then Liv Morgan's just there laughing, and everything else unfolds. And then you had like Bianca winning, and then creating that triple threat, which was like the second. Which, if it wasn't for the night before, I think we'd be talking about it as one of the great triple threats of all time, which it still is. Don't get me wrong.
yeah. Listen,
Yeah,
I
I
would
really like this.
I would demand an A. I thought this was again
Yeah.
a really good match, and that shock factor at the start again, yeah, really good. The men's chamber.
Not gonna lie,
Oi,
this
oi,
was
oi, oi.
fire. This was
This
sick.
is S
This was
tier.
incredible.
I don't care. I don't care. This is S tier.
Bro, that's look at the star power in that match. You
And
got
Logan Paul.
you got Davian,
off.
Cedar, Punk, Drew, Seth, and Logan Paul. the final 10-15 minutes of this match with not Drew,
I
with
was floating.
Punk, Cena, and Seth
Punk and
was
Cena.
elite. It was elite, and then we got the last. They both just got set out of there, and it was just Punk and Cena left. And then they had a really good wrestling match for I think it was 5 to 7 minutes, and then Seth screws over Punk by stomping in. But the way Cena took Punk back, going in the STFU, it was like a proper
Oh
desperate
man.
man. Bro, that was basically shades of Cena turning heel, right? Cena was yelling.
Oh my
Cena
god.
was yelling
So
to
good.
CM Punk, "I'm sorry," and Seth was yelling, "Da." Oh my days, such a
This
good
was
match.
this was cinema, as the kids call it.
Yeah.
And then we haven't even talked about what happened afterwards as well. Fucking hell. Oh, it's so
I
good.
mean, you know what it
Getting
is. What
back.
happened afterwards, like that is, I think you know what it is. You got to be stupid if you're not. If you're like mid-20s, even mid-30s, that heel turn is the greatest thing you will ever see, and you are going to like it. I don't care.
Yeah.
That was the great. That was the greatest thing that WWE has ever given me. Whatever happened after,
Aftermath may have stunk, but who cares,
yeah,
man?
yeah, yeah. Who cares, bro? That
That
moment,
moment's
right?
insane.
Greatest ever moment I think I've ever seen in wrestling, and there's nothing else
I,
that can top it for me ever.
literally, the entire sequence after literally made me feel like a kid again. Honestly, I was like, wow, I've been sports entertained. It was so fucking good.
Oh
But even
man.
taking that out, I think the match itself was absolutely phenomenal
Oh,
as
it was
well.
so
Fire,
good.
bro. Straight fire. Because what was it? Everyone had qualified, and then John Cena in the post presser for the Rumble was like, "I'm going to the Elimination Chamber." All these men had to qualify, yeah, and Cena just politicking himself in, and no one cared, like, because it's John Cena. And then
Do you remember? Do you guys remember the
Because everyone
promo
was
that
so
Cena cut?
pissed.
Was it after the Rumble when he
I'm
cut like a
declaring
The press
really
myself war in the
heel?
conference.
chamber.
It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
such a it
Yeah.
was such a heel promo, and we just didn't deep it at the time. We're like, oh shit,
did
he
they
turned heel
decide
there.
then that he was going to turn
That's
heel?
what I was just gonna say. Has do you
You'd
Yeah,
think
think
yeah.
so,
do you
yeah.
think they knew by then, or do you think it was Chamber not selling well, bringing back The Rock, and then turning Cena heel?
I don't know, but I didn't. But going back and looking at it now, that felt so heelish. That bro, generally he's like, "Oh,
It
I
did.
decided I'm gonna." He
Because I'm
said,
John
"I
Cena.
decided I'm gonna be in the
Oh,
because and it's best for business." And I was like, "Oh shit."
Like, I've been a company man for so long, but it's time,
Listen,
like, I actually get like
even if it wasn't,
repaid stuff.
I'm gonna go on the pretense, like with Danny, that it wasn't, and that this was decided afterwards because the chamber tickets I don't think were selling because there was still 4 or 5 weeks, and then The Rock came in
Yeah, yeah,
on the week 2 weeks before. But irrespective of that, I think the way that having John Cena in that elimination chamber just elevated it slightly because then you had Logan Paul. He came out to John Cena's music, controlled everyone. He was selling the match really good. To be fair, I gave him his critic. It's the Damian Priest that I was on about because, oh my god, boys, there was a shot right just before the Elimination Chamber where Damian Priest and Cody Rhodes were standing next to each other, looking at the Mania sign, and I thought, please, anything but this, bro. Give me our truth, fam. Do not give me Damian Priest in the main event of
Chill my
WrestleMania.
goat, Damian Priest,
do you
man.
do
Chill
you
on my
guys
goat.
remember that report of Drew winning like a few days before the event? We were like,
oh
oh man, there's
yeah.
no way
Listen,
Drew's winning.
we was, you know what it is, guys. Yeah, dead ass. We were so hot on Drew McIntyre being the corporate
Yeah,
champion. I was massive on that. I was like, okay, what does Cena do? Like,
Logan Paul
I would
producing.
have, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? But,
Yeah,
oh, bruv, see, that was like that is the best outcome to have happened,
I
and
had,
I'm so happy it happened.
I remember we done the preview for this. I had a really bad feeling Logan Paul was basically going to cost either Punk or
Cena.
Cena, and they're going to
Yeah,
have a
same.
match at Mania. But it was so fucking good. It just got me unexpected. It was just so. It's one of my all-time favorite moments in general. Cena's heel turn
You
after,
had me
but
bouncing.
even
That sounds
without,
crazy, but
yeah,
The
without the heel turn, it's S tier anyway. I think.
Yeah,
man.
the only reason I say that Cena, this Hilton wasn't planned when he was quitting the promo was because he was still filming a movie, right? And he couldn't make any of
Yeah,
the week before Chamber. So maybe they were
Yeah.
like, okay, this is how he declares himself into Chamber, and then they decided to do that Chamber moment. But yeah, man, the whole PLE was that was that the last good PLE? It wasn't it? Oh my days, it's
yeah,
been
it
a year.
was. It
It's been a whole
was.
year since the last good PLE. Crazy.
God, oh,
I'm
Nah,
already
that's
full of
harsh.
content now.
SummerSlam was good.
SummerSlam was good, yeah, but it wasn't at the level of a Chamber, bro.
Yeah, yeah. It's the last great. I say
The last
last great
elite.
PLE we had was Chamber.
Or
yeah.
this
Was
this
this
had
was this
Kevin
was this
Owens
after
against
or before Evolution?
This was before
Ah,
Evolution, right? This was in February, and Evolution was
Yeah,
in April.
Evolution was before SummerSlam as well. But remember,
Oh,
this is
yeah.
this is the same elimination chamber that had Sammy and KO as well.
And Randy returned as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, bro, come on, man. Like, genuinely, this paper, this PLE pay per view, whatever woken on since you want to call it, it's probably one of the greats of all time. Just on that
What was
basis.
this? Was this when Tiffany and Trish tagged?
Yeah,
Oh, bro. Okay, never mind. Forget what I said.
but that was like a filler match no one cared about. You need one of those on every card. But yeah, that was the match where they both tag together. But yeah, man, what a
But
PLE.
anyways, let's look at this list. Is there any you'd move down? Not gonna lie, I reckon I reckon one of the '09 one might have to be S tier, the one when Edge like entered himself in.
Oh, the '09. Yeah, with Jeff. Yeah, that was my favorite. Of all time.
That was great.
This
That
one here,
might
yeah.
have to.
The No Way Out
Yeah,
'09. Yeah.
One I like to
is it
move
that one?
down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that one because Kofi Kingston never entered. I want to move this block one down. I thought it was useless. I don't know about you guys.
I don't mind. But for me, I really like the spot with Austin. You know when he F5 off, I thought that
That's
was
what
really
was
cool.
cool. Yeah. But Brock winning
That
and
was
stopping
sick.
everyone made no sense. Looking at the others, from E, I won't move any from up. I don't think they're deserving of getting moved up, personally.
Yeah, nah.
C is a bit full. Is
I'm,
there any in C we can move up or down? Not really.
I'm not gonna lie. Where's the Santino one? Oh no, that's already in the.
It's one of the it's the one with the question mark in it.
Yeah.
The
So that
only,
means Santino was the question mark. Fucking hell.
yeah. The only reason I put
Yeah.
E and not E because I think Daniel Bryan as champion had a really good performance. Like the fans loved him at this point, anyways. And yeah, it's so funny because in the Rumble he was the final too, and they said, "Oh,
Yeah.
let's just run this back. Let's see if fans can get behind Santino just for Bryan to still win." But yeah, I'm looking at any others. One I'd be inclined to move up is the New Year's Revolution one with Batista.
Yeah. I was gonna say '06 just because of Edge's cashing is pretty iconic. But then yeah.
What would you say in recent years has been kind of the biggest downfall for the chamber? Because there's two for me. Number one would be the fact that there's no fall counts and falls count anywhere. I used to like the fact that you could have a fall outside of the ring, and number two is the fact that chambers aren't defended. The titles aren't defended inside the chamber more often.
Look,
Carpe, I know you've got your grudges with the fact that the chambers have to be changed, but I'm also quite wary and conscious of the fact that superstar welfare is very important. So I'm
Nah,
kind of
fuck that,
willing
bro.
to.
I don't care about this. I'm joking.
Well, to be fair, they don't
Um,
wrestle house shows too much anymore, so
yeah, fuck them. They make them work in the old chamber. I don't know. The old chamber just looked scary, didn't it? It just looked like, oh shit. Like you felt every single bump they took in there. You felt it watching it. You're like, oh shit, this looks gruesome. This looks
The
like
flooring,
grueling.
man, was
This
nasty.
it just looks like a toy. It just looks like a toy. I don't like it. It just feels so like, ugh.
any others?
The greater one, man.
I think
It's
that
a funny
seven
one,
man.
isn't it? Because the last 2 years, right, 2024 and 25, they've actually been like good. The matches themselves have been very good. So, but it's just the whole we don't defend the title anymore, and basically Chambers Royal Rumble B now. That's what it
Yeah,
feels like.
as I said, because it's kind of like it's like your second chance, and if anything, you got more chance of winning an elimination chamber than you do a Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, it doesn't make sense.
what's the point?
Yeah, it kind of takes the stakes as well out of the Rumble because they can just have another chance in the chamber.
The thing
I
is,
don't listen.
I don't mind a number one contenders match, but at least give me like a title
Not every
match.
year. Not every year, man. Not every year.
Not
I
every
don't, I
year.
don't mind it as well. When the story needs it, then okay, fair enough. But they're just making it like a thing now. Oh yes, it's no more titles being defended in the chamber.
I think a tag chamber could go crazy with the tag teams we have nowadays.
Yeah,
They're not going to
probably.
replace all the men or the women's, and they're probably not going to put
But
three on one card.
yeah, but then again, you know it is with tag and like mid card titles in the chamber. They just feel so low stakes. Like, it doesn't really have an
Yeah.
impact at all. It's
But
just
this is
there to
where
be a good
They're
match.
rubbish doing ladder match as well. The rubbish doing like ladder match for belts. So
See, this is where I think WWE mess up, right? Do you remember when we used to have year after year a Hell in a Cell pay per view for absolutely no reason?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what they need to
what
do
I
with the
would
chamber again.
that's what they need to do with the chamber. Like, let's say, okay, I get it. It's the end of it's kind of like the road to WrestleMania. It's the last pay per view. Let's do a chamber match, B tier, etc. But what I think they could really do, particularly with the tag team titles, is that you go to SummerSlam one time. You've kind of overdone the ladder gimmick. Why not just stick it in the elimination chamber? You bring the elimination chamber down, and all of a sudden, it's high stakes. You're adding something
you don't
special
have
to
to
the
be
card.
on the PLE to use the match. Like I agree with that.
I get it. I
Yeah,
get it. I understand, but at the same time,
Yeah.
what you want to get more tag teams involved. Like,
yeah.
that's I think that's the best way of
The
doing it.
the only gimmick pay per view that I can kind of accept now is Money in the Bank. That's the only one. The others shouldn't be a thing.
Yeah, 100%. Money in the Bank should be its own standalone thing. But even then, I still kind of miss the fact that it's not on
Yeah.
a WrestleMania anymore,
Then
because
again,
I think that should be
it's
the start
money
of
in
the
it.
cycle. Yeah,
They
true.
it makes some money in it. At the end of the day, that's what they're gonna do. But yeah, man, I think the chamber it's just lost its appeal to me. I just don't care about it. Like in the last few years, do you ever recall WWE ever doing like a promo where they talk about this is the most unforgiving structure in the WWE. Bodies are broke. They don't do that shit anymore. Have you noticed?
Yeah,
They
because
just
they
stopped doing
changed the
that.
structure. That's why
Yeah,
everyone
they
knows
can't
Yeah,
that.
do that.
Yeah,
they just talk like it's Royal Rumble. Oh, you get this is a chance to main event WrestleMania. And it's like, can you actually talk about what they're actually going into? Like the stakes that are going to be at play with what
And you know
they're
what's another
putting
thing as
in.
well? I mean, this year especially, there's like zero storylines going into it. Like none of the people in it, I believe they don't have
Oh,
any
Cody
like.
Rhodes is so locked
It's
on
moving
to
like
win.
war games
They don't have
where it's just
none
like
of them
thrown
have
together.
any. None of them have any beefs with each other. Like for me, the chamber, it used to be like a few superstars had a bit of beef, or there's storyline going into it, hatred going into it. This year's one, oh my god, just it's
See,
just there.
this is where I think WWE have missed a trick, because what they could have done is, as they have done in previous years, is been like, okay, the champion's messing around, i.e., Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre has been taking the piss, interrupting in matches. This is where the general manager Nick Aldis is just like, you know what, you're defending your title in the elimination
Exactly.
chamber,
Oh my god.
and
Yeah.
How
just
much,
and
Literally,
how
like
simple.
as I said, how much better would have a Drew, Randy, Cody, Jacob, let's put Sammy and Trick in there? How much better would have that been this year?
literally. And then you don't
100,
have to have
100.
Cody versus Drew, which is fucking stale at Mania, or if they have Jacob in the Triple Threat, like you can go somewhere else, or you can revisit that. It's more fresh.
Because
It's
what
just
you
reti-
because like what you could have quite easily have done is you could have had you could have had Randy and Cody set up a feud there, and all of a sudden people are like, oh god, it's Jacob versus Drew in the last sort of thingy,
Mm.
and then Cody all of a sudden screws Jacob or something, and then Drew wins, and then Jacob's like, do
yeah.
you see what I'm saying? Look how many
And
directions you could have gone in if you had Drew as the champion going into the chamber. You could have
and with
retained. No
that,
one's saying that.
and also with that scenario as well, you could have easily done like a title change on the road to make like another title change, which could have just thrown a span in the works, without really affecting much of the plan. You could still do the triple threat or whatever you want to do. And another thing I'm confused about this year's chamber, why the fuck are there raw superstars in it? Like I don't get it.
They're doing that
Like
last year and the year before.
I don't know, man. It's like there's no brand. The brand split doesn't mean anything anymore. So these Raw superstars, right? They're not gonna go after the world title. They're just gonna what? They're gonna move to SmackDown now. This
I
doesn't
don't
make
get it.
sense.
Carpe, I don't understand, because like they've had these qualifying matches. They don't mean anything to me personally. They genuinely mean
My
nothing
God.
to me.
Um,
These
and and
qualifying
the quali-
matches,
and they're putting all the best wrestlers in one qualifying match, so they won't even be in the chamber. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't. But you know what?
Like Sammy, Jacob,
Yeah,
Cody makes a great triple threat to watch. Don't get me
yeah.
wrong, but where does the line stop? Because then all
Like
of a
these
sudden
lot could
another week.
all they could easily all be in the actual match. But and you know what? Let's save this for them when we do
We're
the
gonna
chamber
rant about
preview.
how shit the chambers become. Yeah, let's save that.
Yeah, but yeah, man. I mean, is there any final thoughts, lads, on this ranking?
Pretty
What would
solid.
you say is your favourite chamber match?
First one, man. I still love the first one. O2.
I'm gonna say
Mm,
2017 because I watched that live. That's my favorite.
Mine
All the way
is
up to the one.
'09 No Way Out when it was Taker and Triple H to finish.
Yeah, I want to say 2017.
Oh,
Yeah.
mine's got to be I gotta say the Cena one, man. I can't lie. The really recent one, I was just so sports entertained.
2025, yeah.
I'm a bit,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. I'm a little bit of a schmuck for it, but either way, it's just Cena, man. Like, just nostalgia, not nostalgia. Well, I can't say nostalgia because it was last year, but yeah.
No, it was really good. It was really good. I won't knock you for that. But yeah, man, that's been our with elimination chamber matches ranking. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our ranking. But yeah, man, that's been Mission Podcast. That's been Kayfabe, and out. We'll see you for the next one.